You know, it really bothers me to listen to people make the argument that to lose weight, you have to balance the ratio of the amount of energy or amount of food you eat in ratio to how much exercise you do. But that's, in my opinion, that's thrown out the window when you factor in the drugs, which is the sugar extracts. Okay, those throw off this whole uh, um, calculation that people are keep referring to. Oh, I exercise more and burn more calories than I eat than I take in. Okay, that works if you're eating a normal diet, but if drugs are introduced, then that's thrown out the window. It doesn't work anymore. Okay, you're arguing on different levels. All right, the people who are overweight are suffering from a drug addiction, all right? Because these are extracts. Drugs are extracts. Sugar is an extract, and these overweight people are suffering from that. If they try to exercise more, eating the drugs that they do, they're just gonna cause more health problems. They don't, and it's just hard for them to generate the energy anyway, since a drug is just not a complete, it's not a balanced type of source of something that you can consume anyway. So there's that. You just can't argue on two different levels the same thing. All right, we're talking about different things, and dietitians wanna still argue that sugar is a food source. It's a legal. It should be a legal food source, they say, and it's a valid food source. You just have to manage this drug. You have to manage your alcohol consumption, and and then things will be fine. All right, people have a hard time with addictions like this. All right, most people, I mean, that nobody on earth is addicted to the sugar beet, all right? But everybody is addicted to the extract from the sugar beets, all right? There's a drug addiction problem. That's what needs to be addressed much more so than considering it a diet issue where you have to expend more energy than you take in. That's obvious. That's not hard to do. You could do that if you have a natural diet with no added sugar extracts, and it's easy to regulate. I'm trying to eat my polenta by itself, no nothing added. It's a slow eat. That's a natural thing. I don't really crave it, but it doesn't taste great. But I'm neutral with it. Having neutral foods like that are regulating your the amount that you eat, and that's the problem with overweight people is they want that drug-like effect where they're eating something that makes if I sprinkled a bunch of table sugar on this polenta, then all of a sudden it would be the best thing in the world. I could put sugar on poop and make it taste good. It's disgusting to say, but that's how effective this drug is, this sugar extract. But there is such an amazing movement to control how it's defined, and they keep kicking it into the diet realm when the sugar extracts really belong. When bringing up the conversations about consumption of sugar extracts, when those conversations really, ideally, they belong to the food the drug addiction category instead. It really needs to be categorized much differently, because how can this source of incomplete this drug, how can they get away with this for so long? How can it be so? How can it make food? How can it make people get overweight so much? It's just because of the addiction. It's but that's. I'm just trying to point out the levels, the It's a drug addiction compared to actual diet